WeatherWords is a production of The Reporter, Delaware County's leading news source.
Good day to everyone. This is Memorial Day. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But you know, when the weather doesn't change very much, it sort of gets a little bit boring. When I spoke to everybody on Thursday, it was like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. You know, they were threatening rainstorms. They were doing all this stuff. But you know what? Not only did the temperature never really change, believe it or not, we got to 71 Thursday, we got to 71 Friday, we got to 70 on Saturday, and there was a light wind blowing all of those days. I mean, it was actually pretty good because, you know, the lawn dried out by 10 o'clock in the morning, and you go out and mow it without your lawnmower sliding which way or whatever. But it didn't change very much. And then all those storms that we're predicting, on one day, we got 3/100ths of an inch. That's barely enough to measure it in the precipitation collector. And then the next day, we got 1/10 of an inch. Okay, so did we get drowned out? No. Did people up in the Adirondacks get thunderstorms and everything? Yep. Did people down in Pennsylvania get it? Yep. Did we get it? Nope. And then there was yesterday. You couldn't have asked for a better day. Of course, those 3 days of 71s and 70s, you went out in the morning and the morning temperatures was actually in the mid 40s. Put on a sweatshirt to take care of the animals. At about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, you had to take it off. Believe it or not, today was the same, okay? It was actually 45 degrees this morning. But anyway, yesterday, it was 46, which was still a little chilly. You know, when you hear the furnace turn on at 2 o'clock in the morning, even though it's set at 65, it lets you know what? The house has cooled off again. But boy, did it warm up nicely. You know, all afternoon, our high temperature was 75. Everyone along this road had grills out. We had music coming from several places. We had all sorts of things going on. And I do understand down in the village, there were people everywhere. Okay, you know what? That's what it's supposed to be. Today's going to be another one of those days, except it's going to get more humid. And instead of being 75, maybe expect 85 or 86. So we go from needing this in the morning to air conditioning, which you'll need today, tomorrow, and the next day. And then a cold front's coming in, and we're going to have 2 days in the mid 60s, which is back to the sweatshirts and everything else. You know, this is a spring that really can't make up its mind. But June is coming, and the next time you hear from me, there'll be a whole summary of what May was like. I can tell you two things. It's probably going to be below normal temperatures, and since we're not going to get any rain until Wednesday of this coming week, we're behind in precipitation. Okay, we're not in any kind of a drought because we were over to start the month, so it'll probably turn out that we're still over for the year and all of that. But today is Memorial Day. You know, lots of people said, oh good, it's a long weekend. But I want you all to remember why that day is here. Okay, I had a grandfather in World War I. I had my father in World War II. I had my uncle in the Korean War. And I have a cousin that was in Vietnam. Okay, some of them are still here. Some of them have passed away. But this is a time where people really do need to realize that freedom isn't free, and we've earned it all. Okay, thank every veteran you can find. Because, you know, it won't be too long and there won't be any more World War II veterans left alive. They're all in their 90s. And you know what? They need to be thanked now. If you have a grandfather or a great-grandfather that's still alive, write down the history. Because I should have written it down from my grandfather from World War I. Because there was an awful lot that he did over in France and everything else. And now it's lost. And once they're gone, we're never going to get it back. So go to the parades, go to the ceremonies, have a great day on this Memorial Day. But please remember, it's not just a long weekend. Okay, remember, there's a reason behind it, and do appreciate all the veterans, past and present, that are keeping us free in this country. I will talk to everybody again on Thursday, and I will have the complete summary for this past month. And we hope June might level itself out and be normal. We'll have to wait and see. Have a good one.
To sponsor Weather Words, call the reporter at 607-464-4009.